when you risk more money than you're truly, genuinely willing to lose, this is what happens. Now, I've done a lot of Clay Trader Mel videos up until this point, so this may be a lie on my part, but I don't think we've ever had one with this kind of twist to it, where it really does a great job of illustrating what putting too much money into a trade can lead to. You know, you gotta always be comfortable with what you're risking. You know, if you haven't heard it, I'm gonna say it right now. When it gets into the stock market, and especially in this situation and in this circumstance, the person is referring to a penny stock. So definitely in the world of penny stocks, never put in more than you're willing to lose. I'm pretty sure that not pretty sure, I know this person has well exceeded that point based off of just how much offense they've taken to a very innocent, to a very basic video that I've done on their ticker symbol. So let's first get to this ticker symbol, but before I do, again, a couple points of context. Like I said, it is a penny stock, and then second, all I've done on it is, I take the technical chart and I do a video analysis. Supports, resistances, some trends, very, very basic stuff. I don't say, hey, it's going up here or hey, it's going down here. All I'm doing is mapping out the bare essentials of a chart. And yet, even though it's a very innocent video, and I realize those of you that have seen my video charts that I'm referring to, you understand the context that, yeah, Clay, they're very, very basic, as intended. But from that, this person has started to, well, let's just get to the comment. So this person sends me a message, I'll do my best, but it's all caps, so kind of hard to read. I am not going to throw insults, but honestly, if you can't do the chart without comments like public enemy number one or personal opinion, then it's probably a good idea to stay away from ANDI. Again, that's the penny stock. Yesterday when you did the ANDI chart, you kept it clean. And then today you come with the enemy stuff. The one part that really stood out to me was, well, the previous video you kept it clean. Well, how are you defining clean? What made clean? You act like one video I was cussing all over the place, but in the previous video you kept it clean. Well, in this case, I guess clean is because I didn't say, to describe a resistance level, public enemy number one. Now, this seems so goofy. That's just a figure of speech. There's a level of resistance. If the longs want their stock to keep on going, well, then it's got to break through public enemy number one. I don't know, in the comment section, I guess you can leave down below, is that like some sort of nasty statement or comment, or is that just a figure of speech? Maybe I'm in the wrong here. But here this person is sending me a message saying, hey, the last video you did was clean, and now all of a sudden you're going and using words like public enemy number one and your personal opinion, which is kind of funny too because, well, of course it's my personal opinion. It's me talking about the stock. So I don't know why that rubbed them the wrong way. Actually, I do know why that rubbed them the wrong way. I know why all this rubbed them the wrong way. They clearly have way too much money involved in this stock. If they are getting that defensive, if they are getting offended because I use just a figure of speech, such as public enemy number one, that's a sign that you have way too much money into this investment. And all this money is more than you can either really afford to lose or that you're willing to lose. And as traders, as investors, that's the exact spot where you don't want to be. If you can't go into a trade, if you can't go into an investment and say, you know what, if this thing goes to zero or if this thing gets a huge haircut, I'm going to be okay. The light bills are still going to get paid. If the gas man's knocking at my door, I'm going to be able to pay the bill. I can make, whatever payments need to be. I can put food on the table. Then perfect. You're in a good spot mentally. You're in a good spot where you can mentally focus and just follow the plan, whatever your plan is. But this person, yeah, it's very clear. Now, I'm not saying they don't have a plan, but they're just not able to sit there and relax. Because you can't be, if you find yourself being offended by just little words, and for example, I realize this is an extreme case, but if you're watching, I don't know, CNBC or Fox Business News or Bloomberg, and somebody says a statement and you're just like, they should not be saying that, and you're like losing it over some headline or somebody on a TV, you probably have too much going on. You have more than you're willing to risk because you should be able to look at something and kind of just laugh it off. That's all I do. I mean, for my investments, which I can firmly say, yeah, if this investment goes to zero, I'll be okay. Lesson A because I'm well diversified. But that's what gives me peace of mind. And all you can really do is laugh, because you have one interviewer saying this stock is great, oh, this stock is terrible. And I mean, it's not like I'm sitting there saying, when the guy's saying it's terrible, I'm getting all upset about it. It's not like I'm trying to find the guy's email to send him a message saying, you should not be saying that. You should not be you should be keeping it clean. Yeah, no, why? And in your defense, why are you not acting like that too? Probably because you have an amount of money that, all right, yeah, I'm totally fine with losing this amount. Now, nobody wants to lose, but the core question here is, are you putting too much money into a trade? And if you're getting this defensive, if just simple verbiage is upsetting you this amount, to type something to somebody, that's probably not a good sign. So be aware of that. It's a very real issue that's out there, and a very telltale sign is situations like this, where any little negative thing, or I mean, in this case, I didn't even say anything negative, but he's imagining negative stuff. You have too much money into the trade, so you should probably trim that back so you can sit there with peace of mind, laugh at the bullish people, laugh at the bearish people, and then just sit back and ultimately follow your plan and your belief for whatever reason you ultimately got into the trade or investment. So don't take things too seriously. Don't be this defensive. Don't be this easily to offend. That's, like I said, a sign too much money into the trade. If you are out there trading alone currently and maybe are in the market looking for a community to join to assist you in your trading, or to just help you, give you another set of eyeballs, then I do have a private trading community where you can trade alongside me and other experienced traders. So what you see popping up on the screen right now is both an information link. So if you click on the inner circle one, that is going to take you to the page where I explain all the details of what exactly come with the community, both the chat room and the newsletter. And then the other image that has popped up is a behind the scenes tour where you can see exactly what is going to be contained within the community. I take you through, like I said, a behind the scenes tour of everything, and that way you'll know precisely what you are getting when you join. So definitely check that stuff out if you are interested and thinking about wanting to join a community, and let me know if you have any questions.